Okay, the setup-wise, I think for me, pretty good. Maybe we could talk about getting a smidgen closer at some issues and a bit taller in the legs, but that's something we can really look at in a later date. To me, the focus needs to be getting this club to eliminate getting what we call too far stuck behind. So the club now has disappeared. If you're doing that wall drill, you hit the wall there pretty much straight away. So that club, your hands have moved out and away, your forearm doing a lot of rotation. You see the club face now really opening up. That club now is toe up and beyond that, okay? Ideally a square club face would be in line with the spine angle. If the club face is up there, whatever that angle is there, that's how much open the club face is. Well, that's going to come back quite exactly. So you basically rotate the club face 30 degrees open plus. So when you come back to the golf ball, I think that was probably put in there because you felt as though the bad shot was kind of this one. Sometimes that wasn't from the shots you were getting. When the club does get a bit inside, it will get a bit hooky. So your compensation with the club face going back close, or just open the club face, have more forearm rotation. And again, there are videos online that will say, okay, if you hit the golf ball, get the toe up and get the forearms rotated. But it's just making the club do a lot of this and that. I think just too much confusion there. Okay, so top of your back, so now you see halfway back, that club for me there, very, very flat and laid off. Okay, and then you get to the top of the backswing. Club face now is hooded to the sky. As you come back to the golf ball now, that club's going to come from the inside. Depending on whether we release the club, it's almost like you're trying to hit the ball out to the right to stop it. Go left, okay? If we sort of use these checkpoints here now, that's sort of halfway back there. So there's your swing playing line roughly there. Now this will be talking about hinging the wrist straight up again. The key is to make sure the wrists stay there and we just move the arms up and away, because that's that disconnect we were talking about there. So you hinge your wrist up. Now from there, we just swing the golf club. Yeah, so halfway back now. You can see we've got a different colour. Your swing playing line now is more down towards the golf ball. Okay, as you get to the top of the backswing, that club face now, relative to your left arm, is perfectly straight. Okay, so everything now is more in line with that club face. The difference in the two club faces there. If you look at the top there, one's up to the sky and one's more in line with your left arm. Your grip hasn't changed. It's just that rotation in the forearm has caused that club to get in that position there now. So when it comes back to the golf ball, you're going to probably be hitting the ball somewhere left, unless you sort of block it off to the right. And again, having 3, 4 multiple changes in the swing to try and get a ball straight is inconsistency. Okay, if we can keep the club face on. In reality, I think where you're aiming there, that's pretty much where I'd say you're going there. And if you look at those, if I saw you on there and said where are you aiming, I'd say you're probably going on those green lines there, roughly speaking. Okay, if we zoom in there, that's the LA flag. Well, that's right of the 150. So as the club comes back down now, comes back nicely down in front of you, back of the toe line nicely. Good strike of the golf ball. Ball is now tracking down that green line pretty much perfectly. Comes at the end there, you can just see towards your target. A nice release of the club and the body to the target. So we can get that club and the body working more together. Again, that's going to be more of a drill. We're not going to get golf balls for the rest of your life, obviously hinging the wrist up, but it's going to start getting you the feeling of, okay, what does a club feel like when it's more on plane, when it's square at the top of the backswing? If the club face starts in a square position, you kind of want to keep it there relative to the club shaft throughout the swing. Otherwise, if you're doing this all the time with it, it'd be like getting a gun, pointing it to your target and going, right, pull the trigger, then try and guess where it's going to be on target. Again, it's very difficult to sort of pull the trigger on the right spot. So again, a couple of drills just to remind you there, okay, when we get the setup. That's obviously one of the drills we talk about hitting the golf ball with, sort of hinging the wrist up to get that angle more upright. The other one there, as we said, stick the golf club in your belly button and just make some turn there with your torso. It's not going to go back really much above your knees or your shoulder, your hips area, to be fair. Any more than that, you'll start really making a big tilt unnecessarily. So just the first sort of 3 or 4 feet of the golf swing. The other one there, the wall drill, get yourself up against there with the backside against the wall, and we're looking for that golf club now as it goes back, okay, to not hit the wall. You can see that position there now, hands under your shoulders there. We compare that position to that position. It's a big difference going. That's a much more connected position. From there, the arms, the club can work back more in front. We can get a nice hinge of the wrist up there. That's for me a much better position. If we can just get from there with the club on the ground, which you can do, just finding what that position feel like for these drills, they get the muscle memory more, will certainly help. But does that all make sense? Any questions on that so far? Then?
You're looking here, you can see what you're doing wrong. And
the thing is, what I'm doing wrong. Exactly. I think, again, the good thing with having these sort of things is you can see what you're doing wrong, but know what the cure is. To say to someone, don't come on the inside, well, okay, don't let the club go over here somewhere, or my arm go here somewhere. That's the problem sometimes. People look at a fault and go, well, that's wrong. Cure, they'll give the wrong cure. To say to someone with a cough, don't cough, doesn't keep your cough, does it? You go, okay, what's the proper cure, what's the medicine to give me that to correct it, okay? So ideally, sort of checkpoints there, the sort of club over your toe line there, and obviously on the way back, the club shaft to be more on line there with that green line towards the golf ball. Okay, top of the backswing, left arm and the club now are nicely parallel. So if you get a chance to film some of your swings, if you do that and so on the driving range, there's some sort of checkpoints for you. And then what I would suggest initially, now most of your shots are going to start by just drifting off to the right a little bit because you're not fully releasing the golf ball. It's having that trust that the ball won't go left. In fact, it's very difficult to hit the ball left from that position, haven't you? Because with the club face being here, that's hooking, that's flat, that's hooded, that's just hook, hook, hook all day. And the club gets longer, so even more and more vicious a hook. So you'll do whatever you possibly can to hit the ball somewhere anti-left, which is just that sort of block right. Now all those left things in the backswing have kind of gone, you won't go left. Okay? Try some longer clubs?
Yeah.
Good. Go 4 or 5. Do 5. We'll do that on the chat. Okay.